Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Black Mod Critic here. We live. Wow, the camera seems so dim. I don't know why. It should be brighter. It's like really dim. Maybe it's because of the lighting. Like it's not. It's like I have to change the light bulb. I guess that's probably why it's so dim. Anyways, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Like can't do anything about it. You know. Welcome back. We are live. We are gonna react to some Hunter x Hunter. Just gotta get to the vid site, Excuse me. Hopefully I'm not catching something. I'm like really trying to like stay away from being sick, honestly. If I can help it. So let's see what we got. Yeah, I gotta add the light bulb because like I can see like how it looks live and it's like just dimmer than usual. So I gotta add that. Maybe I can like change it in after I stream. I can like make it like brighter. Usually I have OBS for that, but like I haven't been using OBS because it's just a hassle. So it is what it is. Anyways, excuse me. We're gonna be reacting to chapters 396, 397, and 398. Apologies for not streaming the past few weeks. I've just been busy, just getting like schoolwork done, just like resting, honestly, cleaning, just like doing a lot. So, it is what it is. Like I said, I try not to make like too many promises about when I'll stream and that kind of thing. But I do have a life. I love streaming, but like streaming is not like the thing, right? Like I don't make money streaming. Like I just do it because I love to do it and it's fun, and I like to talk to y'all. So, and I love to read manga. So, all right, let's start off with chapter 396. I'm not logged in, although I guess I don't have to log in for these 3 chapters, which is nice. But if I do have to look at something else, I'll log in. But for now I'm good. Last time we left off, we started a Phantom Troop flashback, which was like wild. I was like stunned, honestly. That was wild to me. So like wow. That chapter was really, really good. It was so good. It was just not what I was expecting. Like 90% of it was like not what I was expecting to see in a Phantom Troop flashback. Like you expected them to be like younger, you expected to see like how they would like interact with each other when they were younger and stuff like that. But that's about it. Everything else is just everything else is like what? Like the whole stuff with like the dubs like the tapes and stuff like that, like wild. Let's get into it. I'll mention a couple of things after I react that are related to this, but I'll mention them after the fact. All right, let's make this bigger. Okay. Chapter 396 is entitled Founding Part 2. Okay. We're going to have a special screening for our regular assembly. Please join us, everyone. Welcome. Have a snack. Have as many as you want. So they're giving snacks. Crollo's there, giving them snacks. Hey, Crollo, I hear you're making good use of my video. Oh, my God. Stop playing. Uben's like, nah, buddy. I'm really pumped up today. For after the showing, yo. So tight. So sad. Oh, my God. I can't. Hey, yo, Crow, if you still have the energy after Uvo's done with you, we should play soccer. Huh? What? Is that for me? Help us hand out the snacks. Huh? Why me? And the priest is looking like, like you don't play around. All right. Hey, if you haven't gotten a snack yet, take one. Finks is kind at heart, so it'll be fine. I'll take care of Uvo too. Okay. You're everyone's little brother while the littlest still has to protect you. Ugh. That's how it should be, Corolo. I know you bring flowers to the church every day for the graves. I like you just the way you are. Thanks. The screening is about to begin. Please take your seats. Oh, this is the screening of that dub. This is gonna be so funny. I can't, yo. I can't. Look at that, yo. Not the Super Sentai poses. Let's go. Huh? Hey, is that Mighty Sweeping Power Cleaners? Let's get sweeping. Oh, wow. It's the Power Cleaners. That's awesome. They call it Tokyo Land, even though it's in Chiba. The lines are long, but maybe we should take a day and all go. Wait, are they speaking in our language? Is it being broadcast here? No way. Someone else is talking. Yo, and look at Finks and Phaeton in the front row. Let's like enjoy the show. I love how Phaeton's like his face gives off just kind of like right? Just like energy. But you even in this panel, you can see that even he's like invested. He's like, yo, this is kind of dope. This is kind of cool. I'm with it. All right, let's see what's up. All right, aren't those Crollo and Paku's voices? I was wondering what they've been sneaking around for. This must have been why. And that's Shalnark and Franklin. Will you stop making moves on guys I have an eye on? You did a 180 when I found out his income. I'm trying to be the shy one. That's so funny. Oh, good. They're all laughing. Dubbing it was a great idea. You guys practiced so much to get the timing right. You were more amazing, Crollo. You used different voices for all the guys. I bet nobody noticed. Huh? There's no sound. Huh? The video stopped. Aw. Fatherless, what's wrong? The audio tape got stuck in the machine. It's tangled up really bad. We might have to use scissors. This might take a lot of time. Is it broken? What do you expect? Everything here is broken. They were thrown away as trash. Can I please have the mic? Oh, that's Nobunaga in the other panel. I can tell right away. Okay. Hey, where's the rest of it, Crollo? Or is this it? Hey, Crollo, shut up. Sorry, I thought it was break time, so I was getting a bite to eat. Derp. Then I got an upset stomach and had to go to the bathroom. Derp. Well, we couldn't show off any of that. Sorry, Derp. Now, where were we again? Hey, Blue Cleaner. Blue, where are you? That's the Yellow Cleaner's voice. Wow. A kid the same age as us was doing the voice? I wish you'd send some of those nutrients to your memory storage. We were about to go rescue Pink, who was captured in the Vandal monster's trap. Remember? That's so funny. He's doing like all the different characters. Huh? What? He's Blue's voice too? No way. And Red and Green and the monsters? I love how they're like, the kids are like coming to like an understanding of like the fact that oftentimes you'll have one voice actor doing like multiple voices for like a cartoon or like a TV show or something like that for like a dub or a sub. I love that. That's so great. Because I feel like their reaction is like how I reacted when I first learned that was like a thing. I was like, what? Like this person did these voices and that voice and that voice. Like it was like, seriously? Like that, like that's how I had the same reaction. We're going to resume our mission on the count of 3. Are you guys ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. That's their hideout. Let's go, Green. Red, hold on. We have to wait for Blue and Yellow. And he's not listening. She got tricked by a hottie and got caught. Her dirty mind is a disgrace to the power cleaners. Oh, yeah? Didn't I see you flirting with said hottie, too? There you are, evil vandal monster Graffino. Get your filthy hands off the pink cleaner. This panel's so funny. I love it. You're doomed now, my pathetic power cleaners. Yo, Crollo is in it. He's so in it. He's like, a natural voice actor. I love this panel. This panel's like iconic. And they're all so engrossed. Like, yo, Phaeton is too adorable here. It's too much. It's too much for me. It's too much. My heart can't take it. Like, I can't. I can't. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Hayes. All right. The death metal monsters, Matt's gotta put the pink cleaner under our spell, and you will suffer the same fate. All of humanity, all of civilization will be covered in grime. All hail disgust king. I like that pun. That's a great pun. I wonder what the pun is like in Japanese. I love puns. I'm scared. Even if you cover up her face with mascara, you'll never be able to put a permanent stain on Pink's heart. She's always in pursuit of true love. The power you get from believing in others, that's the ultimate cleaning agent. Aww. Red, your smooth speech cleansed Pink's caked on mascara. So that's like another like pun for like mascara, but it's like mascara. The pink cleaner is back. Damn you. I'll filth you up myself. Get them, my sledges. Oh, these are like the putties. Go ahead, begrime as much as you want. We'll wipe it away every time. Getting dirty is a fact of life. The tragedy is in giving up and living in filth. If it's too much for one person, we can all pitch in. Eating by yourself can sate your hunger, but coming together to enjoy a meal is the best. Isn't that what this is about, Dirt? No. If we work together, we can clean anything, even all the hard-to-reach places. By our cleaning powers, yo, stop playing, bro. Not the Captain Planet. Not Captain Planet. I love it. I love it. I love it. I gotta take a screenshot of this later on and just like put that up because that's like childhood, baby childhood. Clean sweep. I love it. Okay, so now there's all thinking Crollo. Everyone loved it. You were amazing. You might have brought about a watershed moment for Meteor City. I couldn't have done it without these three. That's so funny. Ugavin waiting. He's like, nah, I told you. I told you not to take my stuff. I said, this is my spot. You took stuff from my spot. Let's go. Like, we throwing hands. We throwing hands right now. He's so funny. It's okay. I need to. I did take the video without asking. And there she goes, trying to intervene. That's so funny. Crollo, you really are amazing. I have a better opinion of you now. Huh? I dubbed you. Oh, that's so funny. She's dubbing Ugavin. I can't, yo. This girl is so adorable. I cannot. Crollo, yes. That video has more episodes on it, right? Huh? Yeah. It only had 8 episodes though. Let me do the voice of the next monster. I'll be green. I'll be yellow. I'm blue. Yo, everybody's like, let me get a voice. Let me get into some of this. Oh, I love it. I'm the genius scientist in the love triangle with purple and pink. I can be the disgusting king. Machi, I'm not doing this. Yo, Machi's like, look, this is cool, but nah. Crollo, more than any other punch I've ever taken, what you did today rocked me the most. Yo, this is too much for me. Like, there was a point where I love the Phantom Troop, but I also I hate them for what they did to like the Kurta clan and like whatever other like atrocities that they've committed. But like only the best authors can make me really love like just like people who have done horrible things like as characters. You know what I mean? Like this is so wholesome. Like it's too wholesome. It's too wholesome. Oh my god, I can't take it. Oh my god. Okay. The hand, not Ugavin and Crollo handshaking. Oh my god. I'm Uvagan. Yeah, Uvagan. Yeah. Okay. So we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. There's some papers. I don't know what's in that panel. Oh, they're like different, like, oh, they're like makeshift weapons, I guess. Maybe. I don't know what those are. I don't know what those are. They're like random things. All right. So they're all practicing. And Machi's like, nah. She's like, nah. Why not? Everyone wants to be the princess. You do it then. If I have to, I want to be a bad guy. Machi's like, no. Y'all not gonna put me in that princess role. Like, I want to be a villain. I want to be a villain. I want to be like the best villain that there ever was. Like, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Bad guy. I guess the next one will be the discussed queen. But the queen is actually Purple's twin sister, so it should be a dual role for Sheila. Orange doesn't have many lines in this one, so Sarasa could do it. No, they have a big scene together 2 episodes later. We don't have enough people. Should we recruit members? Sounds good. What kind of group are we anyway? A theater group, of course. I can't even. Like, of course the Phantom Troop are a theater group. Like, they were a troupe. Like, stop playing. Like, they were true. Like, they were true. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my god. Like, they started off as a theater troupe, like as a theater group, and now they're like killers, thieves. Like, they're like a rogue. They're like a rogue troupe, I guess. Like, but they kill people, and they steal, amongst other things. Oh my god, this is so adorable. I love it. I love it. Like, I this is like, for me, one of the best like backstories for a group that like I've seen like in a long time personally. For shonen, like for like battle shonen manga, like, and I think generally for like manga generally, I love it. But I think when I think about battle shonen, I think this is like a phenomenal like backstory, like fleshing out certain characters, things like that. You know, like whenever I complain about in like characters integral to the story, um in like multiple parts, and like they don't get like the background isn't fleshed out in the way that I would like this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's like they might only get like a few chapters, right? Like, even if you take like 2 chapters to like, a few chapters to like flesh out like some group or some character's backstory, like that matters. Like, it gives us so much to like hold on to, and to think about, and it just makes these characters so much more like so much more rich, and like awesome to like talk about and discuss. Okay. It feels more like a touring company to me. How about a troupe then? Okay. But we don't have the means to get there. Don't sweat the details. We can start by walking. A troupe it is for now. We can't just be a troupe. We need something, like the something troupe hereby presents a performance. I'm done. We're recruiting for the something troupe. Now I'm suddenly motivated. Okay. It would be great to find the rest of the episodes. I'm trying, but looking for something specific is like looking for a needle in a haystack. We don't even know if the rest are out there. Then Crollo should just write up a script and make it into a regular play. Everyone's watching us more than the screen these days. Sure, some people are watching Crollo. What do you think, Crollo? I still think the show works best as a screening. Without the visuals, we need fight choreography and monster costumes. We don't have the time or the resources. Well, there are 3 more episodes as a buffer, so I'll think about it. After today's full rehearsal, how about we make a guessing game of where the show is going to go? Uvo, you're so into it now. At first, well, I just wanted to be able to have something, anything. But being able to clearly define what that is and what I want to do is an amazing feeling. Yo, stop this. Uvo's gonna make me like tear up, yo. I can't. This is too much for me. Like, I can't handle it. What is it that you want to do? Tour around the world with you in a play and be the best villain in the world. This is too, yo, I cannot. Like, my heart. Huh? Where's Sarasa? Okay, so we just shifted. She left. She's got sorting duty today. What? By herself? Her Hamlet is close by, so she'll be fine. Orange only has to answer the phone and say her catchphrase, so she's not needed at rehearsal. She'll be busier for the next rehearsal, so she swapped shifts. They'll be so surprised if I end up finding the tapes. There were a pile of them among the corporate dump by Uga Forest that nobody knows about. I've memorized what power cleaners look like in Gelman Standard, so I just need to find the title. They're getting more vigilant here. Yeah. We've made the quota for delivery. The era of hunting here may be coming to a close. If we find one last one, we'll make sure to have some fun. Hehe. That's super foreboding. That chapter was too wholesome. You already know when you see something in Hunter x Hunter it's too wholesome, you know it's about to be bad. All right, that's the end of chapter 396. All right, so that was a great chapter. So I'm gonna like leave my thoughts for all the chapters like until the end, right? So I can just kind of get through all three of them, and not stream for like 2 or 3 hours, because I just don't have the energy to do that like at the moment, But I want to read all these chapters because they're great. If I had read this one like Sunday at a time, I'd be so upset that it ended that way. But last chapter ended the same way, where it's just like super. It was like super foreboding. So, we're gonna have another special screening of the Power Cleaners this week. Please join us, everyone. All right, chapter 397 is entitled "Founding Part 3." Are those three not here yet? Franklin and Nobunaga are always barely late, but Sarasa not showing up 15 minutes early? Unacceptable. Yeah. I'm going to go look for her. Wait, I'll go with you. You don't know her wet? Oh, how did I, like, the thought came into my mind of, like, Crollo having, like, Skill Hunter and being able to, like, take in different people and, like, him being, like, a voice actor and, like, doing, like, different people's voices and, like, becoming that character. Like, I just made that connection, so, yeah. There's that. So we'll talk about that later. Wait, I'll go with you. You don't know her wet nurses. I haven't seen her since yesterday. We thought she was with you. So Coral's around town, like asking where Sarasa is. And other people too, and Finks. Thank you for your patience. The start of the show has been delayed. She never returned to the hamlet after she left. She must have wandered off alone. Considering the conversation we were having, she must have gone to look for more tapes. What should we do, Crollo? Like everybody's looking at Crollo. Like this boy's elite, like a leader, like a natural. Like, all right, let's like figure this out. He just has those like leadership skills and like crisis skills and like conflict like resolution skills. What should we do, Crollo? Hey, there he is, the Red Cleaner. Thank you for coming, everyone, but I have some bad news. We have to cancel today's screening. Sarasa, who plays the Orange Cleaner, has been missing since yesterday. This is what I love about her, right? He didn't pull up some like, well, we just have to cancel. Like, he didn't give him like some excuse or, I don't know, just, like some like nonsense and like some like spiel. He's just like, look, we have to cancel. We can't do the show. But the reason is more important than like the fact that we're canceling the show. It's like this person is missing. Like a friend of ours is missing. She said she was going back to her hamlet, but we don't know where she went. As you know, there have been an increase in kidnappings of children all over Meteor City. We knew it was dangerous, and we let her go home by herself. It's my fault. We're going out to look for Sarasa again. Meaning we need to cancel today's screening. I'm sorry. And this, like, And he knows that if he does it this way and if he's like totally honest about what's going on, that people will be much more willing, one, to accept like, oh, like, yeah, of course we can't watch this, like the screening, like this is way more important. And they're all like, and then they're all offering to help. He's like, I'll help. Look, me too, me three. Thanks, but it's dangerous. Gather by the hamlet. Talk to the wet nurses first. Ask the factory chief, and the men will help too. Tell him Crollo's asking for help. Nobody would refuse. We'll be the ones to find Orange. Yeah, Red, let's find Orange. We can do it if we work together. It's so, yo, Crollo, go with Uvo. Use my bike. Yeah, Crollo, don't cry. We'll help find her. She must have gotten hurt and got stuck somewhere. And he's in tears, yo. He's like, yeah, like, it's so adorable. I can't. It's like, this is so good. This is like such a good backstory. I love it. 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 It's so good. Like, it's so good. Okay, so they're on Uva's bike. They're all looking around. And there's her locket. Her necklace. She might be there. Yo. And look at him. He's so sad. Yo. There's a note on the... That's the tree, y'all. That's the tree from that's the tree from from Tagashi's tweet, like way back. Like when he just came onto Twitter and he was like, yo, like I'm talking about my progress, like, on the chapters and stuff like that. This is like the scene. Oh my god, I can't. No, we won't know who it is until we check. This is wow. This is like a bag, like a black bag. I'll go look. Hey, that piece of paper. What does it say? Uvo, could you get that down? And he goes to get that down. What's this say? Crollo, get that down. Wow. Wow, yo. That's so sad, yo. That's so sad. Oh my god. Oh my god, yo. Like body parts just in the bag. And I like when I saw that, when I saw that black bag, that was like my first thought. I thought it might have been her head, but that would have been awful. But this is like worse. Like it's all bad, but it's like, yeah, if y'all get what I'm like, this is so. Oh my god, yo. And there's a message in the bag. It's Sarasa, isn't it? Crollo, Uvo. Crollo, answer me. What does this say? I won't say it. Huh? What was that? Don't mess with me. What did those bastards who killed Sarasa write? I won't say it. I'll never speak of it, even if you try to kill me. If you want to know, learn how to read it yourself. Uvo, are you gonna leave Sarasa behind? Machi, come on, we need to take her home. We can't leave her here like that. We can't leave her like this. It must have hurt so much. She must have been so scared. I'm sorry. Yo, Paku in tears. And you just can see how, like, when this scene happens, you can just see how, like, everyone is who they are and how this moment like impacted like their nen abilities, why they might do what they do, why like Machi's nen abilities are like nen stitches, why Crollo, like this whole this is wow, she's so pretty. She looks like she's still alive. It's called embalming. It's a technique that restores and preserves the body to make her appear as she was when she was alive. But this was a miracle considering the condition she was in. This is probably like someone using nen ability or something. Like the like she would like her like she was like brutally like right just like chopped up like murdered like chopped up in pieces. And the fact that she looks like this right now, it's like this is probably a nen ability. Someone had a nen ability to like put this back together. It's probably one of the elders. Like one of the elders has like some ability to do that. We'll all have to thank the embalmer, Renko. Yeah, it's definitely a nen ability. Definitely a nen ability. Yeah. And then there's the tape. And this person. Let's have Sarasa hold on to this. We've memorized the whole thing anyway. Renko? Could I learn that too? The embalming thing? No. My embalming isn't a technique, but a special ability. Yep. Is it related to the light around your body? You can see aura? Such pretty eyes. Ugh, precocious kids. Come anytime after you get permission from your wet nurses. Get on the last bus. Tell them you want to go to Kirimori Valley and show them this. They'll take you for free. Aura. Yep. Uvo. Will you wait 3 years? I promise. I'll get everything ready before I turn 14. Myself and the system here in Meteor City. I can't wait that long. I'm leaving today if I have to find who did this to Sarasa. That would be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. What about traveling the world with me? What's going to change in 3 years? A lot. The world is on the brink of a communication revolution. With the right infrastructure in place, people all over the world can be connected at the speed of light. A single individual can transmit something that will be seen by the entire world. It'll be a paradigm shift. So what? The culprit must have kept images. A message to attract attention, a crime scene created with a deliberate framing in mind. That location was like a theater. There were a bunch of cigarette butts where we were standing. Someone was recording images from that spot. Once they realize there's an opportunity to show off their work to the whole world, they won't be able to resist the urge. Evil will hide in the shadows. It'll be the same in the connected future. Even in this network where countless rays of light traverse the world, there will still be national borders where authority will. I'm like trying to hold back tears, but I can't. This is so much. I can't. I think one thing that y'all have to understand is like, anytime there's like children involved, and like they've been abused or like mutilated or anything like that, I'm like, I have a hard time dealing with that stuff. Like I feel like generally people are like that, but I feel like if you work with children, it's like 10 times or like 10 or 20 times worse. Because you can't help but think about all of the children that like you've interacted with and like have worked with and helped and like raised in certain ways and taught. It's like, oh my God. Evil will hide in the shadows. It'll be the same in the connected future. Even in this network where countless rays of light traverse the world, there will still be national borders where authority will regulate their passage, but they'll find a way. We'll prepare that loophole for them. If we use this void here to build a place where they can evade police pursuit, criminals will come to us. What do you mean? We'll make a hideout for bad guys with the new technology, and we'll pick out who we're looking for from among those who show up. Oh, I get that. I got. Shall. I'll help too. 3 years will be over before we know it. There are a lot of things we got to do to prepare. We need knowledge and the means to close in on the perpetrators, and the power and skills to take them out when we do. Oh, and that's okay. Yeah. And one more thing, something very important. What's that? If we're gonna make it, so there will never be a victim like Sarasa in Meteor City again, we'll need resolve, the will to devote our lives to this cause. In 3 years' time, I'll end up killing a lot of people. Corolla. But I know that's not what Sarasa would want. If I could ever see her again somewhere, I would happily apologize over and over. Still, I'll never let them get away with it. Not in this life. If there's nothing in this universe that would enable such a reunion, I just can't imagine that people who would do such a thing, with how the current criminal justice works, would genuinely feel any remorse for their actions and make reparations. Yo. I'm going to live the rest of my life as a villain, one that the whole world will fear. I'm going to redesign myself and the city to ensure that small time crooks would stay far away from Meteor City. Uvo, will you help with this as a leader of the troop? Crollo, you're the leader. With you as leader, I will follow you until I die. Together, we are the spider. Chapter 397 end. Yo, like, that was what? Wow, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was like one of the best backstories of like a group of characters, or even one character that like I've read in a long time. Like I wow. Wow, 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 wow. Like actual applause. Like that was so good. But also heartbreaking. Like heartbreaking. You want to know how to break my heart? Have someone like assault and kill a child. Like if that's their that's gonna end me every time. Every time. Wow. Wow, just wow. Just wow. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah. And the fact, wow, like, everything is just connecting for me in terms of like why certain things like hit the troops so hard, and Crollo in particular. But I mean, just like yo, like right, and why? I mean, like even without the backstory, like you can kind of like come to those conclusions on your own. But I do appreciate when an author just like includes that stuff, and you get like this really rich, heartbreaking like fleshed out backstory for these characters, so that even with the stuff we already have, it's like, okay, we get it. But now it's like we really get it. You know what I mean? And we can like point to instances within the story, right? That that augment like the characters, like the characterization of like certain individuals in Hunter x Hunter. Like it's just like in the troop, you know, it's like, yo, wow. And for me, like I was like, I wasn't rooting for either side in this. Like when it comes to the troop or Hisoka, I was like, all right, let's see let's see what happens, you know, generally, because that's kind of where I was. But now I'm like, yo, like I feel like this is like a death flag for the troop. But also now I don't want the troop to die. Like, or at least I want someone from the troop to survive this. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Crowler's just gonna be like alone by the end of it, or it'll be him and like one other person that survived, and they're just gonna have like to figure that out. I'm like, yo, this is wild. All right, let me move on to the next chapter. That chapter was phenomenal. That was a phenomenal chapter. I'm gonna be watching like everybody else's reactions to this chapter, to see like, yo, what's up? Like, how do people respond to it? I was like, there's different times like I was like definitely had like tears in my eyes, just like reading that forest section, and the section where like Corolla was just like, yo, these people are like awful. They're just like, they just zero empathy, yo. Zero. Like there's no like rehabilitating like those people. Those people just don't want to be rehabilitated. Like they have no desire for that. And you could talk to them and do all these things so you're like blue in the face. That ain't gonna work. You know, with certain people like that. It just won't. You know? Which is why I think like, you know, I'll talk about this later on after I read the last chapter. But like I have so many thoughts about this. Like, all right. Let me move on because I'm just gonna be rambling. But like, I have so many thoughts about this chapter. Like, this chapter was so good. This is like yo, Hunter x Hunter. That's why Hunter x Hunter is my favorite. Is like one like if I had a top 5 like battle shonen, like or like, you know, conflict, like, you know, battle, like whether it's a board game or whatever, like of course Hunter x Hunter is just like, oh, top 5, top 3. You know what I mean? Phenomenal. All right. Number 398 is entitled Search. Whew. After I open this, can I go back to my room? No. Go inside. If it's like I said, the old man is in there. If not, we're safe. You saying the old man the mafia saw is the teleporter? You get sucked away when you get within X meters of the old man's double. The ability is half lookout, half trap. Okay. Abilities half lookout, half trap. Okay, I see. That's a stretch. Teleportation is an emitter ability and incompatible with conjurers, unless the person himself is there and not just a conjure double. Conjurers are suited to creating a room with complicated rules, but a combo with teleporting people is pretty much impossible. The old man was just a lookout. The trap was made by someone else. Shut up. He could be a specialist. Yeah, right, moron. Oh, yeah? Yeah. It's locked from this side. What? Yeah. Just unlock it then. Next time you ask stupid question, I make you 2 buttholes, okay? Yo, Phaeton is wildin'. Excuse me. Nobody's here. It's also locked. I'll open it. That's the only entrance to the hidden room? Who locked it? The old man's double could leave a sealed room. He could lock the doors to both the toilet and the hidden room, then disappear. Possible, but what for? Probably to buy time, physically and mentally. We knew his ability, and he came in through the hidden room, so we figured out the trick. But if you go in through the cabin like normal, You'd assume someone holed up in the bathroom and someone's holed up in the bathroom and proceed with caution. Cabin door is a trap. Remember? Are you talking back too? What? The wall. Hmm? It's a way to buy time in case someone like me tries to break down the wall from the next door after they realize the door is a trap. I can see that. On the flip side, trap won't trigger if you enter from wall. It's the same if we open the bathroom door and go in. There you go. Rest assured and go in. Okay. I have no idea what they're talking about. Nothing happened. All right. Now go out that door. Then can I go back to my room? Not yet. You come back in again, okay? Okay. Now come back. Oh, wow. He tried to dip. Don't do. Don't do that. No. Huh? Right or left? Pick one, okay? Huh? What? What do you mean? I can't pick what? Get back in here before he chops off both ears. Nobody gets off with losing just one ear once he gets started. Okay, I'm coming back. Whoo. Oh, and there we go. Huh. It triggered without the old man. There doesn't seem to be any auxiliary props. It's not a barrier, but a landmine. A barrier type, then infused tools like talismans and ropes supplement the activation, can cover a wide area and include multiple traps. Landmine type. The activation switch is established in a specific location, more coercive, but limited to a couple of places. I see. So the barrier type has something that you set in the space, and has a wider area because you can maybe infuse a set amount of nen within that item or something, and can have or you could set more things because either they're infused with whatever kind of nen or something, but the landmine has to be in a specific place, but because it's maybe one or two, it's only limited to one or two specific places. If you step in that space, it's much more powerful. Okay, a landmine is more coercive, but the creator must be somewhere near the entrance. Okay, that means they'll be at the destination. It's a good bet that's their hideout. Getting teleported on purpose is one way to go about this, but there are many of them. It's now more likely that there'll be combo traps at the other end. First, we got to find out if this trap is multi or single use. If they got to reset the switch every time it goes off, we just have to wait for them to come here. Boom, 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 boom. What? Ow, stop shoving. Listen, you'll be dead meat once. And he warped again. So it's multi-use. Like Nobunaga said, quickest for us to go. I go. Hold on. Heinrich, the Shiyu underboss, has a proposal to make. We might be able to find out where their home base is. You can storm in after you hear me out. We Sha'ar will go after the duo suspected to be highly members. The one who found them in this room is Heinrich. You can trust him. First, I want to say that I'm not here to antagonize you. The most important thing for the Kakin Mafia is balance. Hailey is trying to tip it, so if you're going to crush them for us, I'll gladly help. Thank you for your offer, but we're raring to go. Not so fast. I'm not. How do you find their home base? A homing device. We plant this on our bait and find the destination. It's worth trying, no? You know they're running a slaughterhouse on the other end, right? If we send a civilian, it will take all of 5 minutes for them to kill our bait, search the body, and find the transmitter. Yeah, that's where we use my ability. I can transform tools and devices into living things. A transmitter into an oyster. The bait swallows this whole. They can even be cavity searched without a problem. but it'll return to its original form once the aura is used up. If the mass is either too big or too small, it's not as fuel efficient. At this size, it'll last about 2 hours. Not bad, a hybrid plan for those who want to go and those who don't. One of you swallow this and, huh? No selfish, man. I got food poisoning once and now they make me nauseated. I no eat anything since someone else touch. Plus, he talked directly over it. Hard pass. Rayton's like, yo, this dude touched him with his hands. And all over. I don't even know if he washed his hands yet. That's so funny. Oh my god. He said, nah, I'm not doing. Nope, no, thank you. Don't worry. I don't expect you to trust me that much. I have the bait in mind already. Me. Okay. Here's the receiver. It can pinpoint a specific location, but it'll tell you the general direction and distance to the transmitter. The closer you are, the higher pitched the sound will get. The shorter the interval, the color of the lit bar will get redder. This is what it looks like at 0. It receives the signal at a maximum radius of 1 kilometer, but there's no 2-axis indicator. When the sound is close but the direction is unstable, it means the transmitter is above or below you. If I get killed and dissected, it's a bust. I'll try to at least save the transmitter before that happens. The rest is up to you. And then he went. Whoa. Okay, he made his point, and then bam, I like him. Oh, here we go. It's kind of far from the color in the 500 to 1,000 meter range. How big is this ship again? It's 1,500 meters long, 800 meters tall, and 800 meters wide. Head to the center of Tier 3. If hideout is Tier 3, it turn at least 1 shade closer to red. Wouldn't the color stay the same if it's on the opposite edge? That would mean we're more than 1 kilometer away, so it wouldn't even pick up the signal. Get it? Yeah? Yeah? Is the race one of you okay? Yo, they're so funny, yo. I love like this troop, like these troop interactions are so good. So he got warped in. And he's like prepping himself, I guess. I don't even know what's going on. Okay, he's there. Nobody's here. Fresh blood on the floor. I need to stay on high alert. They must have interrogated the ones who came before me and realized we were on the way. Yo, who was that? Huh? Nobody's here. Not what we imagined. Mr. Nobunaga, why are you here? To help out, of course. The chances of you surviving will be much higher this way. The other two were against it. Too distrustful. They told me to kill you if you utter one word about how you knew I'd come. Because it'll have a double meaning. I'm done. Stop playing, yo. Tagashi's in his comedy bag right now with these chapters. Like, he gave us this really intense, like, honestly, like, tear jerker. Like, I was just devastated the last chapter, but there was so much wholesome. And, like, you just knew, you was like, it was too, like, the chapter beforehand was too wholesome. That was, like, and now we get this, like, this peak comedy, yo. Not you knew I'd come. Oh my God. Well, I never considered the possibility that you're setting us up. A trap that depends on us trusting someone we just met would be too good to be true. So now what? You can decide our next move, wait or act. Or, oh, could you tell me your name again? Sorry, I had zero interest in remembering it when you said it. It's Heinrich. There's no correct answer because we won't know until we try. What do you say? Act. Just because. Awesome. I like it. Yeah, he's like Heinrich is like, he's just like very straight up when it comes to like dealing with certain people. Like if he knows like he's like a smart dude. So he's like, okay, the troop would like destroy me in an instant. So let me not even mess around. Let me just like be straight up. Like I can tell these kind of people appreciate straight up people. And if you're not like absolutely straight up with it, and we've seen this before, right? Where like the troop is like, yo, if you're not honest with us, you could die now or you could die later, right? It's like, make a choice. You know what I mean? So like all this stuff is very par for the Phantom Troop. It's like very par for the course for the Phantom Troop. Okay. So it touches the wall. This is their home base. No doubt about it. It's like teeming with Nen. How? Just watch. Yep. What the? It's protected by Nen? Right. Conjurer, transmuter, could be specialist too. A place prepared by Nen that's tough to destroy. Happens all the time. The sturdier it is, the closer its creator. That's how contracts generally work. It can't be cut with my sword. The creator is somewhere inside this contraption. The video I reviewed also made it seem like they were using this trap as a passageway. There's no doubt this is their home base. Yeah, that means their security will be tight. We'll have to search for the ringleader the old-fashioned way. Let's start by opening all these doors. Enter them later. I'll start over here then. No, I'll open them all, so watch me. We can't risk one of us disappearing while the other isn't looking. And if you see the moment I get caught, you might figure out the trigger. All right. A shower, a bathroom, 3 toilets. A big family. If we wait here, they might have come to do their business. Act. I'm sure you'll be able to defend the transmitter even if I die. It's Nobunaga. No need to be formal with me. All right. And there's like a whole bunch of clothes and laundry, and like it's like a laundry room. Man, these cliffhangers are killing me. Chapter 398 end. These cliffhangers are killing me. Super good. I think people like I've looked at some of the comments or like one of the comments, someone was like crazy to think someone gets paid for these translations. I'm like, these are real. Like Hunter x Hunter is from what I've heard is like a very tough, like it's a tough series to translate. Like it's a tougher series than like most Shonen Jump manga to translate. Which is I would love to have like an interview with the Hunter x Hunter translator. I gotta figure that out, like how I would get that done. Like it can't be anytime soon, but at some point, like when I've just like really like gotten back in the swing of things, it's something that I would really love to do. Or I just ask someone else to do. Like I'd have like Roger do it, like Roger's base, or like someone else that I know, like like Whimsy would be perfect. Like Whimsy Dearest, like would be perfect for that. Like perfect for that. I might actually suggest that. That might actually be something that I like, because like I feel like it's something that I would want to do, but I don't think I have like the cachet or like capacity to do it in a way that I think would do the interview like justice. But I feel like Whimsy like would be someone who'd be like perfect for that, so there's that. So that might be something that I think about. I get the feeling that okay, so all right, I'm not worried about the comments. I want to see the comments for chapter 397. Because that was a wild chapter. That chapter like killed me. Like that chapter killed me. Like, yo. Yeah, I think no. Some of these things are like, I think some people don't like. I think people a lot of times when, because I'm looking through some of these comments, and I think people sometimes, myself included, right? But I feel like people sometimes will read something, come up with like an analysis, but that analysis will be like unfortunately incomplete, right? Or like or short-minded, or like, you know what I mean? Like it's like it doesn't go far enough in the way that it needs to, right? So I think this person said like I like the idea of there being more to the Kurdikan massacre because so far the backstory feels a bit too simple. They said like also if this one death sparked everything, there would never have been a debate on avenging them during York New. The reaction to Hisoka killing Sharlnark was the energy they should have had at all points in time. No, because the difference is that I think with like the stuff in York New, that was like very different because it was like one like when they both died, like they were dealing with someone who was specifically going against them, and like right, and like their Nen abilities, like Kurapika's Nen abilities were so like directed towards the eradication of the troop, right? So there wasn't really like wiggle room to just be like, we're gonna kill him, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like that energy, that energy is not gonna cut it, because it's like if you come into it like that, where all of them have that energy, they'd all be dead. Like they'd all be dead, right? That's why when Crollo used the fortune teller thing, he was like right, he was like, okay, there was a fortune teller. That's why before he even really did anything, that was like, all right, we're gonna find this person, we're gonna kill this person, right? He was like, yeah, sure. There was a bit of resolve there for that, obviously, but he used the I'm terrible. I can't remember the mob boss's daughter, right? Like he used her ability, and when he read their fortunes, it was like most of them would be dead. Like if they just went in there and tried to go after Kurapika. So if they had that energy, right, that they had after Sharlnark and Kototopi were dead, most of them would be dead right now. Like so even though, right, so on one hand, right, it's like not even on one hand, but it's like one, they had to be very cautious. They had to like curtail that energy, right? One, because the future, like there was literally like a fortune telling, saying, yo, y'all are gonna die if you just like, you know, do what you've been doing, right? And don't, you know, heed this fortune. And two, of course they had that energy. Like like the point of this backstory is to tell us that like, even though Crollo and maybe other characters like Franklin and Finks and certain other characters are like collected, calm, rational, whatever. Of course, the energy is there. Like they're all like, yo, right? But the difference is that they're all adults, right? They're all like older. They all know, they all have the experience to where they're like, yo, we got to be careful with this, right? Even when Crollo was a kid, he was like, we need 3 years to like figure this out. We don't have the resources right now. We don't have the skills. We don't have these things right now. We need 3 years. Crollo's like, yo, we gotta be careful, right? Ubogen, right, has always been about that energy, right? Like we know that from the backstory. So we know that Ubogen's always been about if I have this energy, I'm gonna have this energy from the jump. And look where that led him. He's dead. He's dead now. He's dead now. Right? So there's that. But I don't think it's counter. This person said it's it says counterintuitive to the result. No, it's not counterintuitive. Things like this are just more nuanced than I think people want to see. You know, sometimes like even myself, right? Like when I saw the fan tube the first time, I was like, you know, Crow's kind of I thought he was kind of like fake because I didn't have this backstory, and two, I just wasn't willing. Like I was kind of short-minded in a sense. Like I didn't want to give like that credence and that amount of thought to Crollo and to the troop in a certain way, particularly Crollo. At this point in time, I'm like, yo, characters, this group, right? So my mindset is completely shifted from that point. For 4 years ago, right? Completely shifted. So there's that. But yeah, again, I just think some people you have to consider things. You have to really sit with those thoughts and with your analysis and say, okay, what am I not considering here? How do those inconsiderations affect how viable my critiques are, right? And how strong my critiques are, and how nuanced my critiques are. You got to do that, and you have to be willing to accept that, maybe at moments, right, your critiques aren't that great, and that's okay because that's what growth is about, right? And that's how you become better at analyzing things. So for me, it's yo, I don't think that this person said right but this backstory is counterintuitive to their resolve to abandon a member. It's no. Did you not hear what Crow said and what and how they had to become and what they had to become? They had to become individuals that could bottle up that resolve and push it down and steel themselves. Because if they didn't do that, their group, their troop, their camaraderie, everything that they could experience would not survive or wouldn't be possible, right? That's how they had to be. But it doesn't mean that they don't have the resolve or none of that exists, right? Characters do that all the time. You see characters in fiction do it all the time. They have a fault. They have a facade, right? A front, some visage, some figurative visage that they put up to throw people off, right? But all of them know, right? And that's why you had that clash, right? Because during the York New City arc, and this backstory, we see that it's one, the backstory shows us why they had the clash, right? The backstory actually isn't counterintuitive. It shows us why they had the clash, why you had some spiders be yo, I want to save Paku. Damn it all, I want to save Paku. That's what I want to do. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And then you had other spiders be in Cruella in particular, right? Being right? And people who were original members of the spiders, right? The majority of them be yo, this is what we resolved to do, right? We resolved to be the spider. We resolved to be villains, right? To kill folks, to defend Meteor City, to not have this stuff happen to us again. And in order for that to happen, we gotta be cold-blooded. We gotta be ruthless, right? We gotta be tactful. Not tactful, but tactical, right? We have to be tactical. All right, tactful is different. That's a totally different meaning. But y'all know what I mean, right? That's what I mean, right? Tactical, right? Tactful is when you use tact, right? When you talk with someone and you don't say something rude or obnoxious, or you read the room, right? That's having tact and not saying something obnoxious or whatever, or insensitive, or something that would hurt you in that situation, right? But y'all get what I mean, right? Generally with the troop, that's what the troop are. The troop have layers, right? Characters have layers. I feel some people sometimes don't want to give certain characters layers when the layers are clearly presented by the author, and it's yo, Tagashi's giving you the layers right here, this back, you got to do it. You can't just be oh well, this doesn't make any sense because of blah blah blah, and it's right? And that's what they're saying, right? They're Crowell's yes, we have to be tactical, right? Even though we have the resolve to defend ourselves and to make sure that none of us lose our lives or whatever. It's ultimately Crollo knows that these are things that are in some ways kind of at odds, right? Crollo is someone who cares too much, right? Deep down he cares too much, but he understands that if they all care too much in his way, they won't survive. This world is not made for people who care too much. This is why when you care too much, you just sad all the time. Depression, all that stuff, anxiety, all those things. I personally, I feel like I'm someone who cares too much. Like I care too much. I do. And because of that, like I'm like constantly upset, frustrated, depressed, anxious, right? But again, the fan troop is like, like they have a different way of like dealing with they made a particular decision. Corolla made a decision to deal with the situation. But like again, like I said, right, this backstory shows us that like they have layers, right? There are different parts of like who they are as people, right? That's why Crollo like sheds tears, and it's like a very quiet like moment in the narrative when Crollo sheds tears for when he reads the fortune, right, for Ugavin, for Uvagin, right? Like we're supposed to take that as like there's something else there. There's something else there, right? Like duh, Crollo has layers, duh, right? So that's kind of the thing for me. I think when people were like, "Oh, Crollo is just kind of like someone who doesn't really know who he is," I had an issue with that reading of him, like at the time, and I feel like that's still something that was kind of weird. I was like, I don't think. I feel like Crollo knew who he was, but the thing with him is that he just, I think he has too much of an understanding of people, and now we know that he has too much of an understanding of like the horrors of the world and like evil people and stuff like that. That was just one of my cats. But like, this is so much. There's so much that I want to talk about with this chapter. The other chapters are good too, right? 398 was great. Heinrich is someone who like Nobunaga likes because he's straight up, right? Nobunaga likes people that are straight up. That's why he likes Gon. That's why he likes that's why he loved Uvagin, right? Because these are straight up people. These are people who were just really like no nonsense. And Heinrich is like no nonsense, right? So that's why they're like, yeah, okay, you cool, right? And they like the troop, right? Like Nobunaga knows this person likes the troop. They're not going to get in our way, but they're also straight up about that, right? Like they're not like liars or whatever. All right. Like the mafia characters are great too. They all have the different like, characterizations and stuff like that. But that backstory was phenomenal. That backstory was so good. It was so good. So to the point where like the fact that somebody could be like, well, now this doesn't make sense and this kind of clashes because it's like, yo, huh? You watched Yorknu, you read Yorknu, and you read this backstory, and you feel like those narrative moments conflict in a bad way, or contradictory, like like yo, that's just how that's just how I feel about it. I'm sorry, but it's like, huh? Where'd you get that from? It don't even make sense. Like it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre to me. So you know. But I can't wait to see what people say about this chapter. This chapter was like, I keep saying it, but like that chapter was so good. 396, wholesome. Once I saw the end of 395 a few weeks ago, and I saw the end of 396 today, I was like, yo, I know something's gonna happen. I know it's gonna be bad. I know that these children are like being either these children are being trafficked, or they're being abused, or they're being murdered, like something really bad. And what do we know? Something really bad. It's like something out of like Criminal Minds or something, like out of like one of those crime shows, where there's just like some serial killer or like a group of people who are just absolutely just scumbag, evil, like terrible people. I was gonna say wretched of the earth, but like that's like something that like, whenever I think of that, I think of Fanon, and that's like something totally different, right? That's like about like anti-blackness and that other thing. But just scumbags, right? Like, ugh. Yeah, the rest of the troop, I feel like, I feel like the rest of the troop who joined, right, like, may have like similar backgrounds, but like different backgrounds, right? So like there might be things that they relate to each other with, but not all of them had the same experiences, right? Like not all of them had the same experiences. So that there's a reason why like Shizuku is like, I want to say Paku. And that reason is very different. I'm just putting my charger. right? That reason is very different from a reasoning that like right is very different from a reasoning that like Finks has, or reasoning that Franklin has, or reasoning that Phaeton has, or Machi, or right, or Paku, right, or Shalnark, right? Like they're like, yo, like they have a very distinct instance that they all experience together, and that instance changed them and affected them, right, in very profound ways. And we see that effect come about, right, in different ways, right, and through their decisions in that York New arc, moment, right, where they're deciding, do we want to save Crollo and Paku, or do we want to let them die and just like figure out how the spider's going to go on, like, right? It's like because of that moment, right? That moment is like not all of them are like decided to be like in the same way that like Crollo would be, and because people joined the troop at different times, right, and weren't there for that particular experience in 398, they're gonna make the decisions in a different way, right? Because they're coming with different life experiences. So there are a lot of things to like consider in those moments, and like I said, you have to like consider all those different like ways of thinking and why these characters make the decisions that they make, and why those decisions would be different, right? Why they would have differing decisions and divergent decisions. So there's that. So these chapters are great. These chapters are like dope, awesome, fantastic. And one thing that I love, and I'll end here, is like the Nen stuff is always so cool. The Nen stuff is so great. I love the way that Togashi just like says, here's an explanation for like how this trap might work, and here's why the troop can't just go in and start, right? He's like telling the reader, he's like, yo, I know what you're thinking. Nobunaga could just come through and slice up whoever it is that like is messing around, but he literally like, right, like Togashi was like, all right, I'm gonna show you why Nobunaga can't just jump in and slice people up, right, in every single like instance where there's like an issue, right? So I just love that. He's like, yo, this is a very distinct and like complex and nuanced Nen ability, right? And if you deal with this, right, and he says this every single time, right? Every time there's something like this, right? Togashi's like, yo, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Every time you deal with a situation like this, and you're dealing with a Nen user and you don't know much, you cannot just run in there not knowing what to do, not having some kind of plan, not having backup, not having whatever. Like, otherwise, you're going to end up dead. Right? That's why, right? Like when I made that video on Rihan and his Predator ability, I was like, that's why he had to think so much, because he literally could not say things when he killed Prince Sally, right? Like he literally could not say things out loud, or even like consider certain things, or speak certain things, because if he did, it would lower his Nen abilities of efficacy, right? So there was a reason why like you saw all that text where Rihan was like thinking to himself, and in a chapter like this, you have Heinrich and Nobunaga just talking it out, right? It's different. Their abilities are different. Their situations are different. The circumstances are different. So that's why when people are like, oh, there's so much text in this one moment, and then like they use that one moment all the time to like, get on Hunter x Hunter. It's like, please, like y'all are like, stop it. Y'all aren't thinking. Like y'all just like, stop it, please. Like, what are we doing? It just bugs me. It bugs me. Right, which is not to say that Togashi can be verbose at times. I'm not saying that, because he can be, but it's just that's not like a viable critique to within that particular narrative moment. It's not a useful critique for what happened in that narrative moment, right? That text, that wall of text or whatever that people talk about with Togashi till the end of time, when they use the scans and stuff like that. Right? It's like you gotta think. What's not clicking? All right. So I'm gonna stop there because the chapters are so dope. I love how, like, with Machi's just a natural, right? She could see aura, of course, no problem, like easy peasy. A prodigy, right? Like all those children, like precocious, right? She called them precocious. They're all like super sharp, right? Just talented. All right. All right. Clever. Have a lot of, so there's that. So I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised that like, they're that good because you have to have like to be at that level, right? Like you're gonna have like a certain propensity for Nen. All right. To be like the Phantom Troop level, right? Or like someone like Killua or Gon or whatever, right? Like they have these abilities even though, they're little. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna end there because this is a minute 20. This is a minute and 20, an hour and 20 minutes. But these chapters are phenomenal. I love these chapters. They were like fantastic. I could go on and on. I could talk about this chapter all night, but I'm not going to do that because I gotta rest my voice. I gotta drink some water. But I think at some point I will like write my thoughts down and just kind of like get into like a mini convo at some point. Maybe like at some point I don't know when, but at some point about just like why chapter 397 is so good. Like chapter 396 and 397, like those three chapters together, 395, 396, and 397 together, goated. Like phenomenal. You know what I mean? So there's that. I would just like a Blu-ray of that backstory and the Hisoka and Chrollo fight. I would just like that, just that stuff. If I had that on one Blu-ray, too much heat. Oh my god. Anyways, let me stop now. Thank y'all for coming through to my live reaction of Hunter x Hunter chapter 396, chapter 397, and chapter 398. All right, fantastic. Thank you for Kid Kyle for coming through. Thank you for Hayes for coming through. I love these chapters, and if you're watching from like Twitter, thank y'all for coming through to watch and view. I'm a Black Manga Critic, and I'm out.